Ancient times, a king had a boulder placed in the roadway, and he hid himself to see if anyone would remove the huge rock out of the way. Some of the king's wealthiest men and wisest men passed through and just walked around it. Some even blamed the king loudly for not clearing the roads of these big rocks. But none did take a single effort to move the rock aside. But there came a peasant with a load of vegetables. As he arrived near the rock, he put his load down and tried to move the rock aside. After much pushing and straining, he finally succeeded. Then when he came back to pick up his load of vegetables, he saw a purse lying on the place where the boulder was placed. He picked it up and opened it. And do you know what was in that purse? Yes, you are right, gold coins. And a letter from the king indicating that this was for the person who moved the rock aside. There, the peasant learned, which many of us never understand. Every obstacle presents an opportunity to improve our condition. The difference lies in how we see it. So always remember, friends, opportunities are never lost. Someone will take the ones you miss. Capture every opportunity. Greetings for everyone gathered here. I'm very delighted to stand here in front of you all on this very big stage and speak about the race is on. Life is a race. You have to be fast to win it. And on this race of life, every moment is a different place where you've never been. So be careful on this race. Lose not yourself in a far-off time. Capture the moment that is thine. Every moment in your life is precious. It is precious in gold, diamond, platinum, everything. And when you're enjoying these precious moments, try to capture it. And when you do this, you can succeed in your life. So I am here to speak about one such precious moment in my life. Can you guess what it is? Cycling. Cycling is an enjoyable moment for almost everyone, right? Yes. And when you're enjoying this precious moment, capture it. And when you do this, believe me, it can cross the heights. Cycling is an amazing form of transportation. It gets you from one place to another quickly without harming the environment, and it's a terrific exercise. Cycling is eco-friendly and does not waste the non-renewable resources. My parents may spend over 5,000 every month on their transportation for their diesel and petrol, but I hardly spend 5 rupees since I use a bicycle. Cycling is the best way to banish these greenhouse gases from our Mother Earth. Cycling is the harmless and innovative technologies. These pave the way to change the future. These capture the moment and encapsulate the future in the history of transportation. I started cycling when I was 5 years old, and when I learned it, I was actually pretty excited about it, that I've learned something new, something different, and still now I love it. So whenever I'm sitting free or bored, I don't take even a second to realize it's time for cycling, let's go out. I hop onto my cycle, eagerly getting out, waiting to cycle. As soon as I get out, I try to discover new places in my locality to cycle. I throw my hands in the air like as if I'm a bird flying in the sky. I also try to race with the other vehicles, trying to prove cycle is the best, like a leopard chasing the winds, and I enjoy that moment so much that I don't even realize the time. I take more than a half an hour or an hour and never realize it until the end comes. My mom's standing outside waiting for me near my house, and when I arrive there, she's like, "Come inside, you've been out for a long time." But come inside out of my cycle? No way! That time I just feel as if I just want to be on my cycle and go through all my life only on it. But that time my mom makes me realize that I've been out for a long time and I have to go inside. But the experience what I get while cycling is an amazing experience. I feel so free, so stress relief. My boredom is gone. I enjoy that moment so much. If you will try it, you will love it. And was I capturing your mind?
Yes.
Okay, so I think here I've shown you of what it is to capture the moments, and these can seize the future. Seize is the idea behind the race is on. You need to seize the future to win this race. The secret of success in life is for a person to be ready for his opportunities when it comes. Have you ever heard of the saying that chance favors only the prepared mind? Yes, when you are prepared, chance will favor you. That is why, are you prepared for the upcoming challenges, for the future, for the roughness of this race? Be prepared or else chance will not favor you. Every day is a different opportunity to make a new happy ending. That is why seize the day. Put very little trust in tomorrow that the future is unforeseen, and that one should not leave to chance future, but rather do what one can do today. When we are given an assignment on Friday and to be submitted on Monday, on Friday we may think let's do it on Saturday, there's tomorrow. When we arrive at Saturday, we may think this Sunday, let's do it tomorrow. And when we arrive at Sunday, we may think this is a whole Sunday, let's do it later. Then we never do it. Sitting in Monday morning scribbling something and the work is not done. Instead, we could have done it on Friday itself and free for the rest of the days. It is not to completely ignore the future, but rather not to trust that everything is going to fall into place in future. The future depends on what we do today. So we have to try to do it today. Have you ever thought of a moment that just got away from you? Or the moment you think you could have done something great, helped someone, changed someone's life, changed your life? Yes, moments like these pass every day, whether it's helping a friend with a project or making a commitment. These special moments can impact the rest of your life, that is the future. These capture tiny moments from your life and help to seize the future. There was an American telecommunication company which hosted a TV commercial which says, a boy gets a ticket to a football match suddenly, and when he goes to the match, he receives a football. And this is an opportunity. And later on, he becomes a football player, which is the future. I know this may be just a commercial to lure you, but the message which is sent out is important. It is to never let opportunities to slip away from you. You cannot blame someone for walking away when you did not do anything to make them stay. Thinking before acting is wisdom, but thinking after acting is regret. The moment when you regret something, you think back on that exact moment. Come on, you don't want to go through your life with regrets, right? Yes, because we think without thinking about those regrets, how can we advance into the future? But let us think in this way. When we are thinking about the missed moments where maybe we could have done something great, we waste our time thinking about the past instead of thinking about the present and future. When we look ahead, we can ensure that something is going to fall into place only if we set certain goals for ourselves. When we are cycling in the race of life, we need to look ahead to ensure we don't go and fall somewhere, a vehicle does not come and hits you, or we do not go and dash somewhere. When we are looking ahead and cycling and a vehicle is coming, we move aside. And this is the opportunity which we have captured and saved ourselves. But when we are looking backward in cycling, a vehicle comes and it dashes you, and we miss the opportunity to save ourselves. Instead, we should have looked ahead and saved ourselves. We have to look ahead, and when we do this, we can give ourselves a higher probability of success. A pessimist makes difficulties on his own opportunities, but an optimist makes opportunities on his own difficulties. Look through the world through the optimistic eye and see a change in you. It is not what happens to you, it is what you do what happens to you. This was quoted by the great skier which you all must be aware of, Chris Waddell. Chris Waddell is an amazing skier who tragically became paralyzed, captured the moments of his life by reaching the summit of Mount Kilimanjaro and skiing from there. Come on, being a palette skier and climber, isn't it daunting? Yes, but Chris Waddell did it. He reached the summit and he skied from there. And when he does it, he's setting a new standard for anyone on the wheelchair. In the future, maybe anybody can be inspired by him and change their lives. Any physically challenged person inspired by Chris Waddell can change their lives, make history to be remembered in future. Any way anybody can achieve something is by making sure that they do anything in their power to make it happen. Your actions, right now, even though you don't know it, can impact the rest of your life. That is, the future. These actions can be as simple as by making a friend. When we meet someone and we want to make them our friend, we have to think whether the person is a good one or a bad one. When we make a bad friend, we go on the wrong side and make wrong goals. But when we make a good friend, we go on the right side and make right goals. And when we make a good friend, it can lead to endless possibilities. And these actions can be as simple as by trying to talk to someone or trying extra hard to get a good performance academically or a good performance athletically. But the chance lies here. When your performance academically is good, you become a scientist, engineer, doctor, and much more. And when your performance athletically is good, you become a good sports person. See where you are good at and choose that path. Life is not anything but an opportunity for something. Take the opportunity, capture the moments, seize the future, and win this race. The moments of happiness take us by surprise. It is not we seize them, it is that they seize us. Every time I see an adult on a bicycle, I no longer despair for the future of human race. Cycling is life with the volume turned up. Life is like riding a bicycle. To keep the balance, you must keep moving. And when we are cycling in the race of life and we get tired, we slow down because we know if we stop, we will fall. The same way in this race, when we stop, we fall down from the higher level to the lower level and others will overtake us. And this race is so tough that others may push you to fall down. But we need to be concentrated on this race to win it. To be concentrated on this race, take it like a journey where you need to capture as many as moments from your life and help to change your future. When we are on a journey and we want to capture the beautiful scenery of sunset and some other tourists have done it before you, you cannot go and fight with them, why have you done it? Instead, you can go and capture the beautiful scenery of sunrise. Do something different. The same way in life, when we want to invent something, discover something, and someone else have done it before you, you cannot go and blame them or fight with them, I was going to do it, why have you done it? Instead, we can do something different, or we have to be fast to be first. Take it like a journey, where you're enjoying it, try to seize it. And remember, there is a time for risky love. There is a time for extravagant gestures. There is a time to pour out your affections on the one you love or on the thing you love. And when the time comes, seize it. Don't miss it, so that it can be remembered in future. So, do you want to taste opportunity? Yes, everybody does want to taste opportunity. But opportunity, it has this slight habit of slipping in by the back door and always comes disguised in the form of misfortune or temporary defeat. That is why many of us fail to taste it. But if we want to taste it, we need to capture the moments so that we can ensure when the opportunity is coming. Like I've done here, I've captured the moment on this TEDx stage by giving a TEDx talk. I've done mine. Now it's time for you to do yours. And remember, to read things which you cannot recover in life is the moment after it is past, the word after it is said, and the time after it is wasted. So, put the fun between your legs, cycle for a healthy and happy life, and to seize the future. Thank you.